The sun is setting here in Indianapolis, but the sun is rising on the road to Los Angeles 2028 as we are at the USA Lacrosse Experience at Carroll Stadium. And get ready for the third game of day 2. This one sees the USA women battling Great Britain. Glenn Clark alongside Mitch Belisle, and Mitch, the USA women very much looked the part on day 1. What we expected to see from them, they gave us exactly that. Dominant in 2 games. This is an absolute chock full of stars roster, and they are playing like that to this point.
They have certainly done their part to spread the wealth and make sure that they are getting touches. Everyone is playing good defense, pushing the pace in offense, and making it count. Breakaway after breakaway after breakaway, as we saw, using that blazing speed that this team is so known for.
35-1, a win over Colombia. 27-9, a win over Puerto Rico. Meanwhile, Great Britain certainly looked the part yesterday. They defeated Puerto Rico 17-13 and a similar 32-1 victory over Colombia. And this is a big moment for Team Great Britain, right? They want to make that step up as we move towards the Olympics and show that they can compete with the best countries in the world.
They want to let everyone know that they're here on this international stage, and they've got some top players. Georgie Southorn, 5 goals against Puerto Rico. They had 9 total scores in that game, and then Olivia Wimpenny has been great. She had 5 against Colombia. She had 4 points against Puerto Rico. So those 2 are really their leaders offensively, but they're getting contributions from players all over the field, including those like Lauren Hart, who are at UC Davis, and Alice Ripper, who's down at UNC.
We are just about set for this one. Team USA in the white shirts, white shorts, the blue numerals, and white helmets. They'll be attacking right to left on your internet dial. Great Britain, red shirts, blue shorts, white numerals. They'll be attacking left to right. I say the helmets. It's only the goalies that wear the helmets, obviously, in women's lacrosse. We've just been doing an awful lot of games, both men's and women's this weekend, so it's habitual. Underway, Great Britain wins the opening draw. Give it away now. Marie McCool comes away with it. Team USA pushes for the first time. McCool, Apuzzo, Mastriani, Charlotte North, Allie Kennedy, and in goal, Kaylee Waters for Team USA, the starters tonight. Good find in front. Marie McCool, what a weekend she has had.
Nice job by McCool to slip up that seam.
4, Marie McCool.
England was in a zone, and they just let too much space for McCool to find as she brought her stick around and then buried that one 5-hole.
First goal of the game belongs to Marie McCool. That shot won't get through. Ground ball picked back up. Wimpenny fires it high. It was deflected, so it'll stay down here with Great Britain. And Kaylee Waters politely disagreeing, but her opinion not going to have much bearing on the outcome. Oh? Says you, silly announcer man. Apparently now the officials.
We've got a difference in opinion between the officials. They're going to talk through it. They're both saying yes, it was a deflection. It's going back to England, and now they got to reestablish the shot clock. They're going to, I believe, hand count it.
So just like I said, the opinion didn't matter. I was right all along with Kaylee Waters.
This is game number 11 for us, so you'll have to pardon us if you're just joining us for your first game. A little inside jokes, a little fun has been had.
A little punch drunk, a little bit of everything.
But at the same time, we've seen some great lacrosse.
It's been an awesome weekend. We are so grateful to be here. And what a shot. A rifle from Emma Oakley. Her first of the day. Great Britain with a tremendous response.
That was very reminiscent of what Charlotte North did against Puerto Rico, kind of stepping in like you're taking the shot. But what I really liked about Oakley, she dropped her stick to the side and used that sidearm shot to let it fly. As Marie McCool, what a second look there.
Rita, that is tic-tac-toe lacrosse to perfection. Kenzie Kent to Ellie Macera.
I said second look, and then they made another pass across. As you see, Macera is just easy bat in on the back door, and now we've got a 2-on-1 here.
Slowed down for Ellie Macera. That's her first of the game. And like everybody else, she's had a busy weekend. Now her 5th goal in her third game.
Stony Brook grad, now coaching in South Bend, Indiana at Notre Dame.
2-1 Macera. Trying to get free, sends it to the other side. Thinking about the step down Weeks, decides better of it. Moved in towards the middle, tangled up. A little bit too aggressive from Tors Anderson defending against Casey Choma.
I was to say, there was some physical defense on the outside. Actually, it was Emma Savage, number 8, that was playing some tough defense one-on-one, but then on the interior, even more carnage.
And now coming over to the...
Looks like Alice Ripper will be taking the seats as what we've affectionately started to call the chair of despair.
So a 30-second penalty. Team USA, woman up for the first time. Good fake. Choma right to the middle. It's deflected, but not really caught or shot through a lot of traffic. Whittington picks it up, starts the fast break, and it is punctuated by Anna Neville.
What a pass from number 8.
Great Britain
Emma
goal
Savage.
scored by number 7, Anna
Talked
Neville.
about Savage's tough defense, showing that she can zip the ball in transition. She draws the defense, moves it over. And then Neville, who's been so strong for this squad this whole weekend.
Her 5th of the weekend for Neville. 2-2, and Great Britain with a chance to go in front. We're going to get a timeout taken very early on in this one by Phil Collier. Maybe recognizing a little bit of the moment here.
Well, that's one. I feel like with 2 timeouts per half, a lot of these teams have left timeouts on the board. So I don't dislike taking one in the first quarter, assuming you're with only 8 minutes, right? There's not so many opportunities in the back and forth. There's not so many opportunities to use timeouts, other than maybe when there's 30 seconds left, you want to put in an offense, or if you were the Columbia men and you scored every single time. That was the issue last game, was they just didn't call any timeouts.
Right.
But I like this early timeout to get aligned. They're 2-2 with USA. Let's get the next goal and let's get a lead here.
That's
towards
exactly
the end
what
of
I'm
the
thinking.
first quarter.
It's crazy to think that the moment could be in the first quarter, right? But here you have the chance to maybe start making Team USA doubt themselves a little bit. Like, hey, what's going on here? What's happening? Why are we trailing? That's not something we're used to doing.
Start earning at rates that beat
Yeah, put the pressure on.
Visit Gamebridge.io
Great Britain.
for more information.
Out of the timeout. Let's see. Great Britain dials up, and it's not going to matter, as instead it's taken away. Ali Mastriani trying to push.
Look at this rush, a 4-on-1.
Great find and a tremendous finish from Apuzzo.
Sam Apuzzo has been a scoring machine for the United States.
Number 2, Sam Apuzzo.
First of the night, 7th of the weekend for Apuzzo. And the U.S. does indeed go back in front, 3-2.
U.S. playing one-on-one, matched up, so they're not in that zone that we saw England in earlier. They're playing one-on-one, but not as much pressure. We saw against some of these other countries pressing out all the way to the midline. Here they've dropped back a little bit more conservative, feeling out England.
McCool considering up top to Macera.
England's still in that zone.
Team USA has had no problem working through the middle. Oh, that time going with the rifle. And who else? Allie Kennedy. She's had an unbelievable weekend. 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points. That one too high. Goes the other way. And reminder, if you're just watching sixes for the first time, that's the way it works. No backup. You miss a shot entirely, it's going the other way. It's a turnover, like that one will be.
Good defense there, forcing those outside shots. In this game that's so fast, you really want to take away anything on the inside, force those outside shots, and just dare shooters to beat the goalies, especially when you've got Kaylee Waters or Taylor Moreno in net. Right now it's Kaylee Waters, but equally as effective stopping the ball.
Yeah, Tar Heel for Tar Heel, the swap in goal. Alice Ripper, speaking of the Tar Heels, a current Tar Heel, misses the shot wide. Team USA gets it back. McCool camped out, makes her move, but she is stoned by Dylan Whittington.
Marie McCool had done that exact same thing, kind of sneaking on the backside of the zone and dropping the stick and putting it 5-hole, but that time Whittington said, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Not going to happen.
Well, I won't get fooled again. In a lot of trouble. Nowhere that Shires could go with it. It's out on the turf, and it's taken away by Dempsey Arsenal.
I believe it's Kayla Wood that might be going to the box here. They're going to call a green card. Hold. They're going with a hold.
If it's Wood, she's in no rush.
No, I believe it's Miss Sarah that they're going to send to the chair of despair.
So woman up opportunity here for Great Britain to try to get it back to 3-3. Tie it back up.
Green card issue United States number 6, Ellie Massera.
They have certainly looked like they belong on the same field in the early going of this one. Good movement and spacing on the woman up, but Shire's not able to finish it off the cut.
Great cut there. I love the action they had, the crisscross cutters, hitting the second player, and now a little forecheck here by England, trying to earn it back, but it tips off of a red sticking out.
They still had a couple of seconds on the woman up, so it made sense for them to send some pressure. We saw them have a lot of success with their pressure against Colombia. Obviously, quite a different level of competition tonight against Team USA.
And Great Britain, encompassing not just England, but Scotland and Wales. This Great Britain squad, they feel like one of their advantages is there's just a lot of European sixes competition, so they've just had more chances to play the sixes game. And you can see right now how they're just so level-headed and cool in this scenario.
Apuzzo gets it back, but Whittington stepping up and making another great save.
Little swim move, shoots with her left hand for that far corner, and what a save to swat that away by Whittington and keep control.
Couple of fakes. Torres Anderson thought she was going to let it fly. Instead, moves it over to Southorn. Her shot not on target. Interesting that in the last game for Great Britain, they gave Perek the entire game in cage. I wonder if it's the same strategy tonight for Whittington.
Oh, nice one touch. The pass inside, just almost like a redirect in there.
But right off of Whittington. Closing seconds of this first quarter, Great Britain trying to even it back up. Instead, they'll throw it away. Well, track it back down. Over and back. 5 seconds left. No?
Not sure why the clock stopped there. Maybe, is there a penalty?
Must be,
there's
yes.
a penalty.
So not an over and back instead, yeah.
Green card issue to the United
Choma
States
with the
number
green
3,
card.
Casey
5 seconds
Choma.
here for Great Britain. Try to score before the end of the quarter, or they'll just choose to hold it and have the ball to start quarter number 2.
So we will go down 25% in faceoffs today.
That's a great point. Only
USA
3
3-2
at most
over
in this
Great
game, if there's no overtime. 3-2. Team USA in front of Great Britain after 1 quarter here at the USA Lacrosse Experience in Indianapolis.
Now it's time to get a t-shirt if you want.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now at Gainbridge.io.
Big weekend in Indianapolis. Not only, of course, the USA Lacrosse Experience, but there you see Lucas Oil Stadium tonight. Pink getting the party started here in downtown Indy. Last night, we were wandering back to the hotel, took in a little bit of Randy Hauser and Justin Moore playing at the amphitheater. Lots of big events here in Indianapolis. That's why USA Lacrosse is here for the USA Lacrosse Experience. It is a big event town.
Great walkable city. People were out and about enjoying the evening. It was glorious.
So far, Great Britain hanging in there, trailing just 3-2. They start the quarter warming up, but not able to take advantage. And now an opportunity for Allie Kennedy on the breakaway.
You're not catching Allie Kennedy. And she did such a great job of keeping that ball alive. She went for the initial scoop and kind of duffed it, but then kicked it forward to herself, scooped it up, and she just has that blazing speed.
The Ohio State assistant coach with her first of the game, and her team is up 4-2. Tilly Shires tries to skip it in through traffic from outside. It's wide. Back the way of Team USA. 6th of the weekend for Allie Kennedy.
Glenn, you know what I loved? Every single USA goal in the first quarter was assisted. They were sharing the ball well. They were finding the extra pass, and they were cutting hard through the middle. That's an area where I think England is going to have to get cutters to the inside, and there's Ali Mastriani with a beautiful little top step.
And then she fires it home.
Goal scored by number 12,
First of the game
Ali
for Mastriani, and her 8th of the weekend. And now Team USA with a bit of breathing room as they stretch the lead out to 5-2.
And so that first quarter, they have those 3 assisted goals, and then back-to-back unassisted goals for Kennedy. A nice little twister there.
Tremendous move by Alice Ripper. Lost some of the angle, but able to go across her body to get it around Waters. Alice Ripper, the North Carolina Tar Heel, with her first of the game. She's had a very nice weekend.
We talked about it last night, but a cool, unique experience that took her to UNC. A nice save one-on-one with Marie McCool there.
And it's not going to be Whittington going the distance, because Sienna Perec is into the game and making her presence known, denying Marie McCool in that one-on-one spot.
The rare mishandle there for Team USA as they throw the ball away and come up with an empty possession.
Perec from London, by way of the University of Nottingham. She has allowed 11 goals, made 14 saves in 7 quarters of action so far here at the USA Lacrosse Experience.
And the stand's starting to fill up. You see the fans directly behind the goal, kind of a cool setup. Those seats were unoccupied last night, but now starting to fill up. And then the beautiful Carroll Stadium Crescent starting to pack it. So Ellie Macera goes for the sidearm shot, but Perec with another save.
That's a beautiful save from Perec. It's been on her game so far, cutting through and making it count. Defense to offense, Olivia Wimpenny for the first time tonight.
That's back-to-back England goals. Another twister there.
8th of the weekend for Wimpenny. Oh, what a response. You remember, that's Charlotte North.
Who else?
That's what she can do.
An absolute rip. We were talking with Coach Andy Shea about how she's just different and how she shoots is game-changing.
Yeah, Andy Shea was raving about the women's team. Great find. Speaking about raving, you can rave about that offensive set that leads to Anna Neville's 2nd goal of the game. Great Britain back within 1 at 6-5.
Anna Neville.
Yeah, Andy Shea profusive in his praise of this group of women. And you can understand why. You said yesterday they're like the Monstars. Just an insane amount of talent.
I love how USA uses behind the cage. I feel like they might do that better than anyone. They carry behind the cage, and as they carry, they have cutters coming from different corners, and then they're always replacing. I talked a little bit to Ali Mastriani, and she talked about you never want to stay back there, but having a flash back there or an outlet back there is so important, so that way if you don't have any looks up top, you can move it behind and turn the heads of the defense.
Correct. Turning aside a Kuykendall shot. Team USA gets it back in the Charlotte North show. Oh, my.
Just
get your popcorn.
Lethal. Look at this. Wait. Hammer.
You feel like you do everything else right. You feel like you have defended well, And then Charlotte North reminds you that she can do that. All right, if you're taking away this, if you're taking away that, don't forget, oh, I also have this in my bag.
And what I think is so smart there is the dangerous propel rule in women. So if you shoot and there's a defender in front of you, you hit her in the air above the knee, you're out of the game. So what I love there, Charlotte North recognizes there's quite a bit of bodies in front of the cage. Instead of just letting it fly sidearm or mid-range, she bounces that one. So worst case scenario, you hit a shin or a knee, you stay in the game. Best case scenario, you skip it through, everyone goes in. And that was obviously the best case scenario result.
Second goal of the game, 11th of the weekend for the superstar Charlotte North. I actually took a picture. I'm thinking about posting it up on Twitter later. Before the game, there was a group of youth players that was down on the field, and I saw, I think, 8 of them wearing Charlotte North t-shirts. She's a star, man, and not to take away from any of the other stars on this team, because there's Izzy Skane's a star, you know, Allie Kennedy's a star. There are stars all over this field. Watch this one more time, Charlotte North. That was the first one, and then we'll see the other one that you were just talking about.
Do you see where her eyes were? And that's what's so cool about in the women's game. You can actually see their eyes. You saw her look at the goalie, make sure there's no defenders in front of her, and then just puts that in the only spot that Perek was not able to cover.
Out of the timeout, Team USA gets it back. So Great Britain, no timeouts remaining here in this first half. Dump it in front. Michelle McCool, her second of the game. Team USA stretches that lead out to 8-5.
Marie McCool is so good at finding that little seam under the bottom corner of the zone, and that's the third time they found her, second time she scored.
Wimpenny fighting through, dumps it to the doorstep through traffic, but Robertson not able to swing down on it. Looks like there is a penalty, however.
Looks like Alice Ripper's checking her hand to see if she got chopped there, and Ali Mastriani will take a seat.
Mastriani, 2022 NCAA champion.
World Box Lacrosse champion.
That's correct, and part of the World Championship team in field back in 2022. Taken away, plucked down by Allie Kennedy. She's scooting ahead, and the woman down goal.
Allie Kennedy, top of the penalty kill, is lethal. She'll knock down passes. She'll pick them off clean. She will pick them up, and no one will catch her. You got to mark her up with your fastest player, and you got to make sure that you have someone getting back, because breakaways, she's going to score every time.
Allie Kennedy takes it to the house. She was Trick Daddy, making it 9-5.
Good interior checks by Team USA to force that into the belly of a Great Britain player.
And the other way, taking it home, Cassidy Weeks, her first of the game.
States goal by number 1,
and
Cassidy
Team USA
Weeks.
asserting themselves in this second quarter, stretching the lead out to 10-5. The Americans with an outstanding quarter. 7 goals.
Anna Neville is going to get a yellow card. She'll get the first yellow card we'll see of the game. That's a 1-minute penalty. There's the minor penalties, 30 seconds, which we've only seen minors so far until that. And then the majors, which is a 1 minute. If you get 3 majors, you're out of the game. For the first time, we saw one player get 2 majors last game, but have not yet seen someone expelled.
Great hidden ball trick, tremendous movement, a great fake, and an excellent finish. All of that was outstanding. Ellie Macera putting
USA
it home.
Goal by number 6, Ellie
Now
Macera.
taken away, Macera in transition. Oh, that one, Perek able to stop and find before it could trickle over. The previous goal for Macera was her second. We watch it again.
That was post, back, post, hand, and then up and out.
A little bit of everything there. 11-5. Great Britain just trying to find some sort of momentum here before the half. It's got to feel like a freight train hit them, and that's a great response.
England definitely scoring by committee. They had 12 unique goal scorers against Colombia, so everyone on their team able to put the ball on the back of the net.
Great Britain goal scored
That
by
time it was
number
Sophia
2,
Wise.
Sophia Wise.
For Wise, that's her first of the game. And her sixth of the weekend. And right before the horn, Team USA gets it back.
What a quick stick there.
Scored by number 3,
And for Casey Choma, her first of the game. And at the half, Team USA in front 12-6. When we come back in, we'll have first half highlights. Get you caught up on everything else that's already happened and what's still to come. That's all on the way. Day 2 of the USA Lacrosse Experience.
If they could see themselves play and then we can correct it and then bring those corrections to the field, that's every coach's dream.
When a child picks up a lacrosse stick, they welcome the wonder of something new. They gain a community and the lasting friendships it creates. At USA Lacrosse, we believe the sport is an opportunity for families to create a lasting connection and make memories that last a lifetime. Catch the fun and bring a friend to pick up and play. During National Celebrate Lacrosse Week this November, head to usalacrosse.com/celebrate lacrosse to find a clinic near you.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer,
And wiser together.
and we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
Having a great weekend here in Indianapolis. Team USA in front of Great Britain, 12-6 at the break. We have a lot of great partners that we have thoroughly enjoyed all weekend, like Bibibap, Asian Grill, incredible food from Bibibop, also incredible food to be found at Condado's, Taco, Tequila, and Margarita. And you were telling me about this sandwich shop that you love, Mitch Milan.
Penn Station East Coast Subs kept us well fed yesterday afternoon, and Taylor's Bakery, baked goods, coffee, everything you could ever want in the morning, always was welcoming us here at Carroll Stadium each day when we arrived.
We are grateful for every single one of them. We're grateful for you for being with us, and we're grateful for our crew for firing these first half highlights that you're going to enjoy right now. A little bit of a slow start for Team USA, right? Didn't start to pull away until the second quarter.
They were always a little bit slower coming out of the gates. It was only 5-3 over Puerto Rico after that first quarter. They used an 8-1 run in that Puerto Rico game. In this game, you see them really start to turn on the jets here as they get into that late part of the second quarter, but it's all about assisted goals and speed. Allie Kennedy, she is unbelievable in her ability to knock the ball down and then transition onto offense. England, though, utilizing their size and their speed, a couple twisters to beat the goaltender. But speaking of beating goaltenders, Charlotte North, look at this one, lines it up and lets it fly. She has a hammer from the outside that is nearly indefensible. Marie McCool also has added a first half pair of goals to help extend that lead.
Allie Kennedy 2-2, 4 points. You mentioned McCool, 2 goals and an assist for 3. Charlotte North with 2 goals and an assist for 3. Anna Neville with a pair of goals for Team Great Britain. They need a lot more than that as they trail 12-6. That's not far from where we're staying. Not quite at the JW Marriott, but very nearby. The JW Marriott is where we are.
Just on the other side in that giant Marriott complex. This city is so well set up for this event. And talking with the USA Lacrosse staff. That was part of it, right? They wanted a walkable city where everything was close, and it has certainly delivered. You and I got to go explore town and get some dinner last night. I went for a little run this morning and saw some of the cool neighborhoods of downtown Indianapolis. Humble brag about my fitness.
Yeah, real quick. I didn't go for a run, but I did go to the gym last night.
You did. You did post-dinner.
After a big dinner.
Worked off that 10,000 calorie steak.
Woo. Those mashed potatoes. We had ourselves a dinner, but I did. Late night, midnight trip to the gym. Got to do what you got to do. Third quarter underway here at the USA Lacrosse Experience. Team switch sides. Team USA now attacking right to left. Sam Apuzzo did not go all the way in before pulling the trigger, and that one turned aside by Whittington.
Big save by Whittington, who's back in the goal. So they're going with quarters here, alternating.
I was but a little surprised that Apuzzo didn't take one more step there. Who am I to second-guess Sam Apuzzo, to be fair? Another great find. And only Massera off the feed from Charlotte North, not able to put it in the back of the net.
I like that continual rotation motion. So they're working their way up the field and then throw like a drive up and throw back, almost like what you would see in a men's man-up.
Taylor Moreno into the game for Team USA. She's played one full game's worth of playing time through the first 2 games of the event, making 10 saves and allowing 6 goals between 1/2 against Colombia and 1/2 against Puerto Rico. A chance there near the doorstep for Lottie Robertson. She can't cash it in.
Alice Ripper looking for the alley-oop there. We've seen that a few times, that spot feed to the opposite corner and the dunk. If you can lull the defense to sleep up top and then feed it down low, it's worked a few times for Team USA. But that's where having that height advantage, some of these tall women, Puerto Rico especially, has got the Carrasquillo sisters.
A couple of fakes, but not meant to be for Mastriani.
Maybe one fake too many. I would have liked to see her just take an extra step around the top of the crease and bury that one.
So a relatively slow start for Team USA here in the third quarter. And we can say that because we're not used to them going 2 minutes without scoring goals. They scored 9 in the second quarter. One storyline tonight not available for Team USA, Izzy Skane. Of course, the absolute superstar out of Northwestern.
Couple players from the tournament got a little banged up over the course of the week. It'll happen. It's something you've got to battle through, and that's where having these bigger rosters. What a save, one-on-one on Allie Kennedy by Whittington there.
After the awesome feed from Massera, right over top of the defender, Lauren Hart.
That's why you wear the baggy sweatpants right there. You catch it in the sweatpants.
And the Reeboks with the strap, of course. Everybody knows that. Emma Oakley. A couple of fakes, trying to shoot low. Nothing there for Sophia Wise.
I'm more of a boots with a fur kind of guy, but you know. Tomato, tomato, I guess.
I understand. The whole club's normally looking at you. That's the problem. Mastriani. Boy, the ball does not die on Team USA's sticks at all, does it?
No, so quick and always moving after they pass. Watch each Team USA player after they pass. They don't just stand. They're either looking for a teammate to cut and replace, or they're just adjusting with those micro adjustments to find the gaps and get themselves into space where they can shoot.
Mastriani stepping down there because the shot clock was about to expire, and we talk about it all the time. It's been one of the biggest themes about Sixes lacrosse, how much any deflection, any time where the ball goes the other way, how that can throw everything out of sync for an offensive set because you don't have much time to make up for it. Save leads to a reset. No, it wasn't. It was not touched by Taylor Moreno, and so it is a shot clock violation before Kent can get the shot off.
They look for that last second cut and dump, but just not quite enough time.
Oh, there's a lot of time and space there for Sam Apuzzo.
And it took nearly 5 minutes before our first goal in that half.
Number 2,
Sam Apuzzo, her second of the game, and a quick response.
And
So
it was Neville whose shot was deflected and it just kind of trickled
Great
in.
Britain
But
goal scored
as I've
by
said a
number
few
7,
times, they don't
Anna
ask how, they ask
Neville, her
they don't ask
third.
how, they ask how many. And that one's going to count for Great Britain.
the how many for Neville is 3 for Great Britain at 7. So perhaps that U.S. goal just sort of broke the seal here in the second half. And
Got a delayed penalty coming up for USA once
Sure.
this play ends.
it's so dangerous when Charlotte North even fakes like she's going to shoot. That one was deflected, the shot clock violation, but with the penalty, it will still be U.S. ball.
And that's going to be a green card hold. Looks like it's number 8 for Emma Savage there.
Green card issued to Great Britain's number 8, Emma Savage.
So I want to see something here. After this, when we get this is Samapuzzo. The last goal. We talk about how much they're constantly moving. Watch everything on this possession before Samapuzzo. She is not standing still.
She cuts down and doesn't just go to a spot and stand. Like you said, she cuts low, keeps her head up, curls up towards the ball, catches it, and continues her motion. That's a great look by our team at that motion, that continuous movement by this U.S. offense. It's so dynamic.
Just 3 seconds remaining on the penalty. Charlotte North. Charlotte North. Do you like sit up in your chair every time the ball is in the stick of Charlotte North?
It reminds me of as we get a nice rebound goal.
That's second time this quarter.
Savage is sprung from the goal, sprung from the box, and goes and scores the equalizer.
First of the game for Emma Savage.
I picture every time Charlotte North winds up, I picture like the knuckle puck from Mighty Ducks, where everyone's just diving out of the way.
The legendary Keenan Thompson, of course.
Drives goalies crazy.
The D2, the Mighty Ducks. Oh, what a finish. Flying through Ali Mastriani, her second of the game.
Switching hands there. That is how you get to the middle. If there's not a great option with your right hand, you pop to the left. Get those hands in front of the cage, improve your angle, and score. Ali Mastriani doing a beautiful job of that.
9th of the weekend for Mastriani. Makes it 15-8.
Oh, nice
Feed into
look.
the middle, but no. Taylor Moreno able to stop that from Emma Oakley. Transition, goals open. McCool didn't like what she saw, so she moves to the middle, and Kennedy is denied by Whittington. What a save.
High risk, high reward, comes all the way out of the crease. That was one where in field or in box, that is like a hospital pass to the max, but you can't hit in here. But Whittington does enough to disrupt and then gets back in the cage to make that huge save.
And McCool decided that the better decision, instead of just trying to fling it in the direction of the goal from where she was and hope that it goes in, was to move it back to the middle where things would likely still be unsettled. And she got exactly what she wanted. Whittington was just a little bit better in that spot.
Great Britain, they'll go on the woman advantage here as Ellie Massera is going to get a penalty, a 30-second penalty. But Great Britain's got to string together 2 or 3 goals in a row. They've only been able to answer with one, and really they've only had one set of back-to-back goals. So they need opportunities to score, get stops, and then score again, and this is a great way to start that.
Skip pass. Taylor Moreno there to stop Georgie Southorn. Thought that might lead to a break the other way, but
another green card. You see the over the head, catches a little bit of stick and a little bit of head.
And that is most certainly not allowed. So Southorn.
They almost had to get the second chair of despair out.
Green card issued to Great Britain's number 12,
30 seconds, so there's
Georgie
24 seconds of woman up coming for Team USA after these first 6 seconds of 4-on-4.
Be curious to see. They don't really push it. Although it seemed like they left a little early there, but.
And a good fake, but off the pipe. That didn't set the bar. That was the bar. Dempsey Arsenal. Good, tough ground ball, but in trouble. Lost by Choma. Comes back. Dangerous pass. Don't know where Kuykendall was trying to go with that, but somehow it works out anyway.
They're going to. One referee's blowing. One referee on the back. The trail referee was calling a hold. And I thought she said no goal, but
it counted it.
She put her arms up. So I guess, you know what? It was a play on hold on Great Britain, so they waved it off. That's why.
Arsenault scores for the first time tonight. The lead is 16-8 after 3. One more quarter to go here at the USA Lacrosse Experience.
All right, fans.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now at Gainbridge.io.
USALacrosse.com.
Back here at Carroll Stadium, getting ready for the fourth quarter. Team USA in front of Great Britain, 16-8. He is former Cornell and Boston Cannons star, Mitch Belisle. I am former 23rd place finisher in the Belcara Health 5K in my age group, Glenn Clark, which I thought was impressive, but apparently our camera operator, Becca Kelly, ran a half marathon this morning and came over to work 4 games in the afternoon.
Just
what
a quick
day.
13 miles, no big deal.
Right?
What a day for it, though. It was a nice day, not too hot this morning.
How much did you run this morning?
I did 4.5 miles.
Becca Kelly's scoffing.
She's like, that's my warm-up.
You think you're an athlete?
What did you, is that the walk from the hotel here?
Get ready for this fourth quarter. Team USA comfortably in front, 16-8. It's a good fight from Great Britain in the early going, but Team USA has shown to be the dominant side. And yeah, that was a good look, but not finished by Weeks.
Whittington remains in net, so she's good. It looks like she's going to play 3 of 4 quarters here for Great Britain. I think they think maybe she's been playing really well. They want to let her finish this one out.
Great Britain trying to get it going, maybe make this interesting. Winpenny not able to hold on to it. Fight for the ground ball. You get into those situations, there's an awful lot of friendly fire in those fights for ground balls. And sometimes it works out. Through a look ahead to Charlotte North for a 4th goal on the night.
Goal scored by number 21, Charlotte North.
North with her 4th. As advertised, Charlotte North, if you came out this weekend looking for your first chance to see in person this superstar, you have seen her score 13 goals now over 3 games.
A couple names we haven't said as much. Georgie Southorn, she had scored 8 goals coming into this game. She has yet to put a tally in the back of the net. And then Olivia Wimpenny with 7 goals. She's put 1 on so far. So USA clearly keying in on those 2 top players, and it's been very effective limiting them.
Kuykendall sends it out wide. Tough angle. McCool not able to put it on net.
Let's watch number 12 here. She'll be at the bottom left of your screen coming in. I'm curious to see if they're just playing tight defense on her. They've got her marked up right now by Ellie Macera, who does such a great job.
She actually snuck free for a second. They didn't make the skip pass.
And the U.S. is in a zone right now, so they're playing a little less one-on-one and more of that zone. So
Lottie Robertson trying to clean up the trash. I believe that's Waters back in. Kaylee Waters back between the pipes. And ground ball lost out of bounds for Great Britain, so it stays with Team USA. Quick restart.
And look how fast the ball gets up and over to the other side, but by the time the ball gets there, USA has already reestablished their shape. I think that's when you watch like a Colombia or a Puerto Rico, that's the kind of little nuanced things that they're going to have to continue to work on, is getting into those dangerous areas as quickly as possible on every quick restart. Nice jump there.
And I was wrong. It's not Waters. It is Moreno. And Moreno just steps out, picks it off, and now she looks to clear it herself.
She can't cross that midline, though. That is the only offside, is if your goalie goes across that midline. No angle, no problem there.
Not at all for Cassidy Spillis.
United States goal scored by
First of the
number
game
28, Cassidy
for Spillis. The all-time leading scorer at Rutgers, 266 career goals. Her first of the evening. And her 5th of the weekend. Knifing through, great delivery from Choma. Number 2 on the night for Casey Choma. Number 8 on the tournament.
Scored by number 3, Casey Choma.
And Great Britain's going to choose to take a timeout, stop the bleeding a little bit here with 4:23 remaining in the 4th quarter. 2 games have already gone final today here on day 3. First game of the night saw the Puerto Rico women defeat Colombia 21-3. And the Puerto Rico men defeated Colombia 17-8. Last game of the event coming up next, 8 o'clock start time. Same 2 countries, the U.S. men taking on Great Britain. What do you want to see from the U.S. men in the finale?
I'd love to see them get a hot start. I think they've been a little slow in their 2 opening starts, and I'd like to see them really come out firing, see if they can get into their rhythm and their flow early. On the Great Britain side, they talk about being relentless. They talked about that full court press. It's going to be really hard against this hyper-athletic Team USA, but I'd love to see them at least try it and see what works. Put a little pressure on Team USA, who might be without a few stars tonight. A couple of the guys are a little banged up, so we'll see who they dress, but I anticipate they'll be slightly short-handed. This event, obviously, able to dress 15 or 16 runners. When it gets to the Olympics,
that's right.
If you have a couple players get hurt, we see Izzy Skane on the bottom left of your corner in the red shirt. She is out for tonight. We talked about Concannon. Like, if you lose a key player out of your 10, you're losing potentially 10% of your offense. That's a tough one when you get to the Olympics.
Imagine how difficult this is going to be for Lindsay Monday to get this down to 10 field players for the 2028 Olympics, and you see all of the star power that they have in their program.
Well, and everyone who's been playing has been doing such a nice job over the course of this weekend.
Oh, and by the way, there can still be more stars that can work their way into the conversation over the course of the next 2 to 3 years. Not going to be easy to do. And you also wonder about maybe some older players that are, you know, I try to say this the correct way.
Seasoned veterans, is that what you're trying to say?
That are maybe not here this weekend, but would say, hey, check back in with me. When we get to 2026, ask me what I'm thinking about then, and I'll make a decision. Oh, what a behind-the-back feed, but off the pipe for Kennedy. And she's going to have to apologize for not finishing that to get the highlight.
That behind the back was so crisp and so on the money there. That was really a thing of beauty.
Mastriani. McCool
underneath.
And there's a good finish. This time it's Kuykendall on the board for the first time tonight.
By number 22, Erin Kuykendall.
And right in front, that one's sent home by Sophia Wise. That's her 2nd goal of the game.
Great Britain goal scored by number 2, Sophia
20-9. You go under 3 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
That's that X play. They continue moving the ball up and then throwing back.
Allie Kennedy denied by Whittington this time.
Allie Kennedy has had a great game. She's got 2 goals, but Whittington seems to have her number recently. She's got a couple saves.
Ooh, the daring attempt to pick that off by Apuzzo. Fortunately, they're able to scramble, get back in the hole, and a desperate shot at the end, but one that draws the foul.
And Maria McCool is going to go take a seat. She's shaking her head, doesn't agree with the call.
2:22 remaining.
As a collegiate coach, she's had more than her fair share of difference of opinions with the referees.
I refuse to believe that.
Number 4, Marie McCool.
I'm always hearing that coaches say to the officials, you're doing a great job, and we appreciate you being here.
But you know what? At the end of the day, they do.
They do,
And while they
actually.
disagree, you can't play a game without officials.
Oh,
and
Winpenny was in tight and couldn't finish it. Moreno, can she tiptoe that end line? Yes, keeps it alive. Dangerous pass,
2
sneaks
minutes
through.
left in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes.
Kayla Wood picks it up. Transition chance. Kennedy, not going to miss that one.
You know Allie Kennedy had it in her head the last few saves
USA
that
goal
Whittington had
scored
made
by
on her. She
number
said,
30,
this time I'll
Allie
take the
Kennedy,
extra
her
step, I'll
third.
draw you out, and then I'll hang you out to dry. Oh, nice quick ball movement by Great Britain there. Can they capitalize?
Pass a little too far out in front of Torres Anderson from Robertson. Instead works back to the middle, and Winpenny is stoned by Moreno.
These Team USA goalies have looked phenomenal tonight. Whittington also doing a great job out there, making a lot of saves and a lot of one-on-one saves. We're going to get a timeout called by Lindsay Monday.
1:16 remaining, and we always like to remind you, because sometimes it's easy to say, why would you take a timeout up 12 with 1:16 left? But these are coaching situations. You turn them into practice situations. Hey, let's get over to this sideline, and let's pretend like this is a 9-9 game, and we gotta score here to go in front. Because in practice, you're facing yourselves. It's nice to execute a situation like this when you're going up against players in a different color that are trying to stop you. How do you create that? By calling a timeout, by getting to the huddle and saying, let's execute something that we were working on. You don't know when this group is going to be back together, the same exact group, but most of these players are going to be part of this pipeline for the coming years, so you want them to execute what it is that you have in this spot.
This is the dress rehearsal practice right here. You can do something that you've been working on, like you said, but you can do it at full speed against an opponent who isn't kind of clued in. Like, you know, you can be on the scout team defense all you want, but you know what the offense is trying to do because the coach has been coaching it right on the other half of the field. Here's an opportunity to go against a team that doesn't know what they're about to see and try to execute flawlessly at top speed.
Another great performance from the American women. Over 20 goals in all 3 games they've played this weekend. Let's see what they run out of the timeout.
Double flip.
Charlotte North leaves it underneath, and that one did not work as it was clean picked off by Winpenny.
That was, I think, just it got a little too complicated on the backside. They tried the double pick, and then they weren't sure how to resettle on the back end.
Maybe they called the annexation of Puerto Rico. Or the Flying V to continue the Mighty Ducks theme, but instead, Ali Mastriani, her third of the night.
And that was you know what, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Beat my defender, switch to my strong hand, and then power it past the goaltender.
Take it through the rack, 22-9. Team USA. See if they look to add one more in the closing seconds of this fourth quarter. A fruitful trip to Indianapolis for the U.S. women's national team. So much to like about how they played. Charlotte North trying to get real crafty in there.
Walking the dog one-handed there for a second and then goes for the shovel shot, but Whittington will just be content to get one last pass and shot.
Heave down, Moreno grabs it, and that's how this one comes to a close. Team USA finishes 3-0 here at the USA Lacrosse Experience as they defeat Great Britain 22-9. British Lacrosse 2-1 this weekend here in Indy. Some final thoughts from you on both of these teams, Mitch?
I really liked what I saw in terms of the compete level from Great Britain. I thought they played a very physical, tough game. I thought they gave USA everything they could handle, especially in that first quarter where it was a 3-2 game. USA came out and scored 2 more goals, and then Great Britain answered with 2 more. So I love their competitive level, and they're really skilled and fast and strong. On the US side, it's just too much. The speed and accuracy with which they move the ball and they run at a torrid pace, it's just almost hard to match.
22-9, the final score. An impressive performance, and the Charlotte North show was on full display throughout the course of not only this game, but the entire weekend here in Indy. We've got one more to go coming up at 8 o'clock. Same two countries, U.S. and Great Britain men, to finish us off. We'll be back with you for that one as you are watching USA Lacrosse Experience.